to part 3 of these Reddit wind down with teaching in Korea. Let's get into it. Tink tink.
Oh, let me get my tink tink. Yes. All right, let's get her done. I think I'll read this time since this is my pick. Because little background, I was surfing the internet, surfing the Reddits, and I saw this story that's called temperature in Hagwon, and I immediately thought about Ro. So let's get into it. Is there a legal temperature for air conditioning in a classroom? Our director said the air conditioning is legally mandated for 26 degrees in kindergartens. Never heard of this, but okay. Is this true? What temperature are you setting your air conditioning for? Now, I've never heard of it being legally mandated. Have you heard of it being legally mandated, or is it just like fluff that the director is talking?
I'm trying to see, because we got told the same thing. I don't know if it had to do with a law or not. And some, and like other people are saying, like, this is not the first time they've heard this stuff either, and we were told this as well.
We were.
Because in Korea, they believe that air conditioning can make you sick, and a lot of people believe that as well. Like, even when I was in Europe, people thought like air conditioning can make you get sick because something about the changing of the temperature suddenly, like going from hot to cold, is really bad for you. I'm sure,
which we don't understand because we come from a place that has central air and all that kind of stuff in our houses. And it's really what's making you sick is not changing your filter, not cleaning. And it's not really actually the air conditioner.
And so I don't know if that, and I never got sick because of my air conditioner blasting me off full blast. Like, if anything, I get sick if I get too hot or uncomfortable and I can't sleep, because I think it has a lot to do with saving and conserving energy, because energy bills have gone up a lot. Like, every summer, like, my husband and I had to be careful about how much of the aircon we use. At some point, I just told him, I don't care anymore. Just leave it on, because I can't live with it. I rather, because like I get.
And if y'all know, in Korea, it gets hot in the summer. Like,
it's
hot.
Humid too.
Like wet heat, not dry heat. There's a difference. Wet.
No,
that's why mold. If you guys watched our previous episode,
part 2.
Yes, we talked about a Redditor that had mold in their apartment. Like, that is a big thing there, because especially with the way the showers are set up and everything like that too. Because basically it's just a wet room. So mold is like very rampant there.
Oh yeah, like, during the summer I would clean like every few weeks just to make sure I didn't have mold growing, and then I made my husband leave the bathroom door open, because even though
even if you put on the fan, like, it's not enough.
No, we used to have to leave it open too, because that's also where Boki's cat box was. So, but it helps a lot with keeping the moisture down, and so I taught him that. He learned so many things through me. But no, I did hear this a lot, and there's a lot of places that they will tell you that maybe there is a mandate out there, but like realistically, like, does it need to be enforced? Now, I think it would be necessary to enforce if the classroom was properly insulated. That 26 degrees did feel too cold for little kiddies, because when our director tried to do that and tried to tell us that it was of a certain temperature that was allowed, I had this classroom that faced, so the sun would be shining directly in. And it was kind of like a narrow, so we just had windows all on one side, and it was always known that side of the building gets unbelievably hot.
Like, y'all, it was hellish in there. It was hellish.
And so she tried her best to make that rule, have us follow it. But even my KT, she was like, this is not going to work. This is not going to work. This is not going to work. And so we used to have to sneakily turn down the temperature, and she didn't believe me. She didn't believe me. So I played little devil's advocate. I made my kids go home and complain to their parents about the
Yeah,
heat
that's
factor.
what I was thinking of for the person that wrote this. If you have a problem with it being that high up and it's really hot, just let your kids complain about it.
Yeah,
Because once the kids complain about it, that's when things will actually get done. Because remember, the kids are the paycheck. Okay.
they're, they can advocate for you and get changes done faster than you advocating for your students
Exactly. Because imagine it's 31 degrees Celsius for
in
those
your
of you,
classroom and it's hot.
and you're trying to teach and you can't even think straight because you're literally sweating downpour.
Yep.
Your kids are also sweating downpour. You already know how short these children's attention span is. Imagine, you know what happens when you're hot, you get tired, you want to sleep.
Oh
Like,
no.
that's a real thing. So imagine you're in class and you're trying to teach a class and you can't focus, they can't focus. Where are we getting here?
So
So for you to save money on your electricity bill,
you make my kids suffer.
yeah. So what I did, I was also sneaking, but not really because I just did not care. I was like, then you come and teach then. You come here and teach in this hot room. Okay, you make my kids suffer. You come here. And she could say nothing to it. I said, listen, these children, if they're too cold, they will come with sweaters.
Yeah, and
But we need to be comfortable in here.
no, and then that became the message, and thankfully, the parents of my students understood because
Yeah.
you can't just
Because I was not playing these kinds of games. I was like, listen, KT, I'm gonna need you to tell the parents just send their children with sweaters because
yeah,
some of these kids in here are bigger than. Because remember, at that age, some are bigger than others.
yep,
So just have everyone send sweaters, and if they need it, they can put it on.
exactly. And so that she did try to enforce it a few times, and I think one time when she turned it down, she had to stay in the classroom, and she was like, started sweating really, really badly, and she was just like, okay. And then her and I had a discussion, and she was like, okay, maybe that's not going to work for your room because of the windows. And I said, yes, I know. That's why I have
Mind
to.
you, like all of our rooms had a bunch of windows too, but yours was just faced right in the corner
Oh,
where
it was
the
but
sun would always hit it.
and we know
So
we have
that's why it
the
was
blinds down too, and it never worked.
exactly.
Um, I think at some point I did my seating where I'd have the kids who got cold easily towards the back, and then had my kids who love the air conditioning on low up in the front, and it
Yeah.
worked. It was harmony.
I mean, it's one thing to request teachers to do something, but it's another thing to actually be in the room and have to do it as well.
Right.
Because, she was in the office with the air conditioning,
Oh yeah, it was
right?
so.
So, like, how would you understand what we have to go through?
No, she'd have us so low it was freezing, and then I didn't know that the air
Oh, yeah.
conditioning.
And it was freezing in that office. She would have no idea.
Yeah, no, she
That aircon was on blast.
yeah, like we'd go in there, and I was like, oh, like like, holy crap, it's cold in here.
Yeah. Like they were not playing about that aircon in there. So
Oh,
imagine you're spending like most of your time in your classroom, right? So I want to be comfortable too. Shoot. That's the
yeah,
other thing, the dehumanizing thing has circled back into this video as well,
yeah.
where I don't even think they saw us as humans for real.
No.
I mean, the whole standing up thing could have told us that.
Oh my gosh. The crazy part is that has had so much like lasting issues in my legs now. I have
Me
like
too.
my legs swell up so much and so easily that well because of my medical reasons, but like
Yeah.
yeah, all from freaking teaching, man. Like
Oh yeah, like I have chronic back pain. Like I never had back pain before then. And like my legs as well, like the calves, extra muscly from like standing up for that many hours, just no breaks.
no,
But
and
we already
like
knew they were gonna dehumanize us for real.
I forgot what did I get. I think I eventually. Oh, in my last Hagwon I taught at, we were allowed to sit the whole lesson, but I used to get up and like walk around. But then I had this like bar stool thing, so I used to like drag it to the front and lean against it. I ended up having. I think I used to do that with like. I would find ways to sit down in class. That's all I remember. It's like I would find ways to sit down.
Oh yeah. At one point, you would see me in the back because remember, there's like a table where the KT sits.
Yeah.
And I would just migrate my way over and start sitting on the, like when we're like doing say like science.
Yeah.
Things like when they're doing that and like it's more roaming. Like I'm not in the front teaching anymore. Like I would start roaming my way to the back and like leaning and sitting on the desk. Like, I can't do this anymore. And also my shoes were not comfortable at all because remember we got to wear like indoor shoes. Well, not even shoes, slippers. And at one point I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I'm gonna wear my sneakers inside.
So, yeah. No, I don't think there's a law, but I think a lot of people recommended this on the comments thread I can see down below, is make your kids complain. That's the only way.
Yeah, that's the best course of action. Make your kids complain.
Yeah, because
even if you do stand your ground, they'll try and bully you. So prove a point.
Prove a point. Have your kids complain.
Exactly.
That's the way. They're like, oh, guys, we can't lower the temperature because they told me.
If they complain to you, just say, oh, we can't. Such and such has told us that we can't. And make sure you name them too.
Yeah.
So they know who to complain to their parents too. So then when they're getting the calls and they're all of a sudden like, oh, we're going to be able to lower it to this, then you'll know.
That's the only way you can encourage change. It's not manipulation, it's tactful reasoning.
Yep. Just think of being a foreign teacher in Korea as being in the military.
Exactly. You got to be very
like tactful. You're in the trenches.
You got to be like, listen here, buddy.
You got to do like a whole bunch of mental warfare.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. Honestly, it's awful.
Like the mental gymnastics you'll have to go through. Yeah, you'll learn very quickly.
Very quickly.
You got to stand your ground or they will run over you. But I think that applies to like most jobs. Like,
true.
So this is life skills that you're going to have to learn.
Life skills with Rosalie and Arnell.
Okay.
Alright guys, thanks for joining us on this 3-part series of Read a Wind Down Teaching in Korea. See you next time. Don't forget to follow all of our social medias, okay? We really appreciate it. And if you're listening to this on our podcast, I almost said podcast, give it a few listens, and let us know what you think. What should we cover next time on these topics? What else do you guys want to know about teaching in Korea? Hit us up down below. See you next time.
See ya.
Toodaloo. Toodaloo. That's gonna be my new
Toodaloo.
sign out right there. Toodaloo.
Can't be giving out the recipe to everybody I see.